This is my 1987 Chevrolet Silverado R10. So with this being an 87, it's the last year of the square body. It is the first year of fuel injection. That's why it's called an R, not a C. So if you know these trucks, you already know that. I've had this for about a year now, approaching a year, 10 months, somewhere in there. The truck has about 130,000 original miles on it. Actually has a Carfax history, which is cool. You can watch the odometer roll through the Carfax. Super cool. Texas, most of it's live. Southern Oklahoma. It's a very clean example. It's had a respray at some point, not the greatest quality respray. I just got done spending about 150 hours trying to dial in the paint on it. Wet sanded most of the truck to get rid of some solvent pop. Cleaned it up the best I could. Compounded it, polished it some more, wet sanded some more, found more areas I wanted to correct, went down that rabbit hole for a while. Ended up coating it with G-Technic C1. I use a lot of the G-Technic products, pretty happy with those, have them on the other vehicles right now as well. Overall though, this is just a very clean driver quality car. Wouldn't call it a show car, but I've been to several C10 shows, and this does present itself very well, and it is very clean. I took some time to dial in the body lines as well. Raise the back of the door up, tuck the door in, shim the fender out. Same thing on the other side. Tried to adjust the hood lines the best I could. Tried to pull the front of the fender out a little bit, get these dialed in some, tweak the hood over. Tried to tuck the hood down. Spent a lot more time than I'd like to admit on that, but results speak for themselves. Just anything I can do to clean it up and make it more presentable. Get it closer to that show level quality, even though it'll never really be there with this paint job. But you see the body lines are dialed in pretty well. I went in and buffed out the inner beds and the wheel wells the best I could. Inside of the bed up there and the tailgate, but as you can see here, it's a truck. It's been used as a truck. So I zoom in there a little bit, you can see there's only so much you can do to it. Very clean driver quality vehicle. I've put a little over 3,000 miles on it in the amount of time I've had it. It's a blast to drive. Walk back here to the back of it. Just finished up the rear bumper tuck. Pulled the bumper off, drilled some new holes, put the bumper back on, didn't like the fitment. Pulled it off again, adjusted the holes, repeated that a lot until everybody in the house was tired of helping me get the bumper back on. Right now the gaps are all dialed in to within a 1/16 of an inch. Dialed it in left to right, in and out, up and down, etc. Raised it a little bit while I was in there. Next time I get it up on the lift, I'm going to take a look at the front bumper setup and see what I can possibly do to tuck that in as well. Just to clean it up a little bit. Put a new grill in shortly after I got it, redid some of the bright work up here, just got done painting that strip. And that strip was originally vinyl, I guess, from the factory. And when they resprayed it, they painted over that. It was a mess, it just didn't look good. It was actually a lot brighter than the truck when I got it. But as I started to buff the paint out and get it polished, it was just an eyesore. So I decided to strip it down and respray it. First time I did it, I wasn't happy with the color match, so ended up grabbing some different paint, doing it again. Now the color match is about spot on. Went ahead and cleared that, even though the truck is all single stage, just to try to give it some shine because I can't get in there and buff it. Tried to touch up a little bit around the Chevy badge in the front as well. Just did what I could with it. Do another quick walk around it. I do have the trim kit for it, the side moldings that I'll be putting on probably within the next few months. just to kind of complete the look that I'm going for here. With everything I own, I try to do OEM plus, plus, plus. I know that's played out on the internet, but that's what I always go for. Something that looks like it could have rolled off the assembly line like this. I think I've pretty much nailed it on this one. So again, thanks for watching. Check out my Instagram page. I'll link that below at slammin_86 for some good photos of this truck. You can really tell what the color looks like out in the sun with some of those pictures. I'll put out another video later talking about the interior, and I'll pop the hood on it and go over some of those details, some of the drivetrain details, as well as the suspension setup on it. A lot of people ask about that, but we'll do that another time. Maybe get it up on the lift and show the underside of it. So yeah, thanks for watching. Like the video if you want, subscribe if you want. I'll just go right like this and that'll be the last shot. Oh yeah, I have a really good PDR guy and he spent many, many hours going around this truck, getting it as straight as he possibly could. So yeah, thanks for watching.